Oh wow. Okay. So you don't want to do this. All divided by 3. Welcome back to my channel. For today's video, I wanted to do a little Valentine's Day makeup look. It's not going to be typically a makeup look that you can just like do on the go. It's going to be a little bit dramatic, but I really love doing these. It's super fun, so I'm just going to show the process and the outcome. So if you are interested, please keep watching and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and let's get into it. So I was scrolling through Pinterest and Instagram and I found an inspiration pic, which I'll put somewhere up here. So I'm just going to try to recreate it and see how that comes out, but that's the kind of look that I'm going for today. I already have everything laid out here. I have my paints, my brushes, any makeup that I might need. First, I'm going to start by outlining the heart. So I typically use this CC Beauty Professional Cosmetics paint palette that I got off of Amazon. 12 color base paint palette that I use. So I typically like to outline in the brown color because everything else is kind of darker or too colorful, and I think brown is very easy to kind of blend in if I do mess up or if I need to take it off. I have the reference picture right next to me, by the way, because I need to see exactly the proportions or like exactly how to recreate it. I'm going to outline the heart, and it might be messy, but I usually tend to clean it up afterwards. It might look a little wonky on camera, but I promise it will look like somewhat of a heart. So we're just gonna go, honestly, anywhere, make little different shapes. It's looking like now. It's looking a little crazy, but it's gonna be okay. Okay, so now we're gonna be gluing down the brows so they aren't visible. They obviously will be a little bit visible, but just to cover them up and not have that darkness. So I just got a stick of glue and just lather it on the brows. And then I grab any spoolie like this one, just to brush them out and make sure that they are stuck to the skin. And I just use my finger just to see. And so then I usually just lay over a little bit more to maintain that stickiness. And so now we're gonna go in with any powder that you may have. I'm using the Airspun Loose Face Powder. We're just gonna lather the brow with this. It might get a little bit messy, but it's okay. Oh wow. Okay. So you don't want to do this. Just for the sake of getting it on. I'm just gonna use any brush and then just, yeah. And then if I do feel like I need more, then obviously I'll just go on top. Honestly, maybe you're not supposed to go on top of it after loose powder, but
I'm not a professional.
Repeat. Just
take the powder away.
This is kind of what I leave it at, because then after I put paint over it, it's not very noticeable. Well, my fine hairs are noticeable, but the color of them is not. Sometimes. It's okay. I'm just gonna do that with the other brow and I will be right back. So these are the brows. Like I said, maybe this is not how you're supposed to do it, but I just do it for the sake of painting over it. So the next step is just kind of to color in the squares. To color in the squares. colors. I'm going to be using the Moon Creations paint pots that I've been loving. I have them in quite a few colors. So we're going to be using the light pink color from Moon Creations. We're also going to be using the bright red paint as well. This one I'm kind of running out, but I am still using what's left. And we have the white shade as well. Thinking we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. All divided by 3. What is going on, brain? 4. Oh my god. So let's pretend like you didn't see that. Anyways, each color is gonna what is going on with me? 4 of each color. Exact 4 of each color. 4 pink, 4 red, 4. You know what? I'm just gonna start painting. Goodness. So I just kind of paint over the outlines that I might have messed up on with this. And then this is kind of where I go over my brow. Tends to be a little bit tricky. You can still see my eyebrow through it, but you don't get that much of the dark color. Okay, so we have the 4 colors for pink, and now we're gonna move on to red. I might have messed up a little because now I have 3 reds, but I don't want them to be next to each other, and the only option is kind of like between these 2 squares. Squares. Oh my god, they're not squares, they're not even triangle. These shapes, if I do the last color here, then oh my god, I don't know where to put the red because I don't want to put the red here because I already have the red here. And then they'll be right next to each other. So I kind of decided on just making the red up top here and then going with the other color here. And then we'll figure out the rest as we go. I added red to the pink. So we got this little darker neon pink kind of color. So I think I'm gonna go with that. Okay. Not bad. I might add a little bit more red. Okay, so it's coming along. I am missing these 2 squares. Squares. They are not squares. These 2 areas here, but now this one is next to it, and this one is also next to it, so me doing this really didn't do anything, but we'll figure it out. I might just cut this and put the light pink here. Oh my god, no. Honestly, I kind of might just go and put the same pink there, and then we'll just move on. stayed open in so I can connect it with like little stitches. I'm actually going to use this right here. I had yarn and a little needle. This end is the one that's gonna stay stuck in one of these. So the stitches in between here are going to be this hot pink color. But before we do get to the stitches, I do want to create a little bit more depth in my eyes. So we're going to be using a palette that I don't have with me right now, so I'm gonna go get it. Poolside palette by IB Beauty or IBY Beauty. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. And I'm thinking we could use some of the pink shades. I'm gonna go into 80 and Nice. Blend that into the crease. Might be too light. You can still see the difference in it. We're just gonna have that back and forth. Then we're gonna go into floating. See if it can be a little bit more visible. It does create a different color, but I might just put shimmer on top. So we're gonna go with the Splish Splash shimmer shade. It's always better to use your fingers to kind of get that sparkle and that glitter to show a little bit more. We're gonna go back into the Poolside palette and kind of use those same shades that we used to our eyes to create a little bit more depth between the areas to darken it up a bit. I'm not sure if this is gonna help too much, but it's a little something. It is changing the color a little bit, but I'm kind of liking the different shades of pinks that we're getting. It's kind of like purple tones as well, but I feel like it goes pretty well and darkens it up a bit. So I'm going to try to find a palette with a red shade and kind of do the same thing with the red color. So I will be right back. The Morphe Artistry palette, Living Color. And so we're going to use the shade Life, which is the red color, and we're going to do that to kind of deepen up the red areas as well. Just gonna darken it up a bit. Honestly, I could use this one as well. So I still have kind of the outline showing, and we're just gonna create kind of like a shadow with the brown that's already there. I'm here with the Zulu palette by Juvia's Place, and we're going to be using the brown shade to make the depth around the heart. Also want to go with the shade New York City in the Live in Color palette by Morphe, just to kind of create the shadow from the heart separating a little bit. Since my yarn is going to be pink as like the stitch color, we are going to make the stitches connecting them also pink, so it kind of just creates that illusion that I used my pink yarn to kind of stitch the heart up. I think I might actually go in with the light color first, the light pink, and then to create a little bit more depth, kind of highlight the stitches with the darker pink that we kind of mixed together. That's where I'm going to glue my yarn. Just kind of pinpointed it there so I don't forget. Darken up the little corners where the stitch would be coming out of. Then we are going to be creating the darker shade again. Mix some red with some pink to get that color. paint pot and just kind of create a little tiny white highlight. Just kind of create a streak and then kind of blend it in maybe. We're gonna use maybe a brown or black shade to kind of create a shadow of the stitches. If I can find the brush. If it was a shadow. Didn't really work out, but it's okay. We're just gonna leave it like this. Create the stitches around each area to kind of complete it off. Try to put on some lashes because I tend to put on lashes for all the looks that I do, but then like right after I take pictures I just take it off, which is what's gonna happen after this video. I'm gonna take pictures and then I'm just gonna take them off. Poppy and Ivy Beauty 5D Darling lashes. Please mind the cut up ones that I've cut up before for other looks. I am using the Kiss Strip Lash Adhesive, which works very good for all the lashes that I've had. And a trick that I've learned is to put glue right at the edge of your eye where the eyelash is gonna go, because it sticks even better. Just kind of stick it on there, make a line.
The lash, gonna put the lash, gonna put the lash, gonna put the lash.
Got one lash on. Not perfect placement, but I'm okay with it, so that is what counts. Gonna pop on the other one. I try to wear lashes on my day-to-day, but I feel like it's so hard, and I'm already blind. I wear glasses, sometimes I wear contacts, but the lashes are, I just feel like I cannot get used to them. But it's fun to wear when I do these little looks. Oh wow, you see that? I gotta wipe my hand off. We're gonna use the lash glue to put the yarn. So I'm gonna put the glue where I had marked it earlier. Actually, should I put those other bottom lashes here? Let me see what it looks like. I think I might do it actually. Okay. Oh my god, let me put the string before it gets dry. So we're gonna put the string right here. Okay, let me put the other one. Oh my god, I totally did this in the wrong order because now I have this attached to me. So how have you guys been? Okay. I mean, we'll leave it. Am I missing something? Actually, yes. I completely forgot to put on foundation to kind of cover any redness or imperfection that I might have around the heart. So I'm going to do that real quick. We're going to be using the Milani Conceal Perfect 2-in-1 with the Beauty Blender to just cover any imperfections. Still might be a little bit see-through. Might not cover every single spot, but just to cover up a little bit. So this is the final look. I really like how it came out. So that is all for today's video, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. Stay tuned because I do want to do more of these. These are super fun and I hope that you guys enjoy it, and I'll see you in the next one.